A new $900 million support package will be given to businesses and households in Singapore to cope with the impact of the Middle East crisis. The move follows feedback from businesses and the public on rising cost pressures. It is the second round of support this year, after a $1 billion assistance package announced in April. The government says funding will initially come from this year's approved budget. If more money is needed, it will seek Parliament's approval for a supplementary budget later in the year.
The first package that we put out in April this year prioritized the speed of getting the support to businesses. And this second package is focused on helping specific needs arising from feedback from the businesses. And I think the overall shape of this $2 billion package is appropriate for the economic conditions of today.
Singapore households will receive another $300 in CDC vouchers in January next year. The vouchers are among a slew of measures aimed at helping households cope with higher utility bills and everyday living costs. Claudia Lim with more.
With global energy prices remaining elevated, households are bracing for high monthly expenses in the near future. To help soften the impact, every Singaporean household will receive an additional $300 in CDC vouchers early next year. They can be spent at more than 24,000 hawkers, heartland merchants and supermarkets, helping families stretch their everyday dollar. The additional $300 in CDC vouchers built on support already announced in April. At the time, the government had brought forward vouchers that were originally meant to be distributed in January 2027. With today's top-ups, Singaporean households will receive a total of $800 in CDC vouchers this financial year, up from the $500 that had already been planned. Many have already put these vouchers to use. Of the latest tranche distributed in June, $250 million was spent in just 7 weeks. The support goes beyond vouchers. Eligible HDB households will also get additional USAVE rebates to help with utility bills, while lower-income Singaporeans will receive more financial assistance.
We will provide additional support for lower-income households. We will increase monthly payouts for ComCare interim assistance to at least $250 per month for up to 3 months, with more provided to those with greater needs. We will also be more flexible on the eligibility of the ComCare interim assistance, so more households can qualify for the support.
Mr. Seow adds that the government remains in close contact with grassroots leaders and residents and will respond if circumstances change.
Around a third of the $900 million support package will go towards helping businesses. Measures include cash grants for SMEs and rental support for hawkers and market stallholders as they grapple with rising costs. The government says the package comes amid expectations of higher energy prices and continued geopolitical uncertainty in the Persian Gulf. Claudia Lim once more.
Singapore's economy may have held up well in the first half of the year, but not everyone is enjoying the gains. Second Minister for Finance Jeffrey Seow says while sectors that are riding the AI wave are thriving, others continue to feel the strain of rising costs.
There were businesses that are more directly affected by high energy costs and continue to be. There are businesses, particularly SMEs, that have less of a buffer to be able to cope with the increase in the top-line costs. So there is still feedback that there is, at different parts of the economy, that help is needed.
To help ease the pressure, smaller local businesses will receive a one-off cash grant to support their cash flow. Eligible SMEs with at least one local employee will receive $500 per employee, capped at $2,500 per company. About 160,000 businesses are expected to benefit.
The SME cash grant should not be viewed in silo, but it also should be viewed in addition to the various grant support and programs that's been extended to our SMEs to help them stay relevant, resilient, and well-placed to seize opportunities that come their way.
Beyond grants, firms will also have easier access to financing, with the government taking on a larger share of the lending risk. Rising costs are also weighing heavily on hawkers and market stallholders. The Sustainability and the Environment Ministry says operating margins are being squeezed.
We understand from our stallholders that they are facing rising cost increases, mainly because of electricity, gas, packaging. They are also seeing raw material prices go up because of transportation costs and increasing logistics costs as well.
To help offset those costs, eligible hawkers will receive rental support of $1,200 per cooked food stall and $600 per market stall. More than 15,000 stalls are expected to benefit.
Analysts view the latest support measures for households and businesses as timely, pragmatic, and good for the near future. However, there are areas where they would like to see resilience being built for the medium and longer terms. These include capacity building, procurement practices, and legislation on energy efficiency.
Not just about giving businesses a spending power, but actually enabling the foundation infrastructure building and partnering with local businesses to build that so that that it invigorates the economy, and it also levels up the Singapore's ability to compete. I think that would be quite useful and apt.
Another observer believes that the support measures are significant for vulnerable businesses like hawkers and construction firms. He feels that these measures also signal prudent fiscal management and a sign of what to expect in next year's budget.
I think it's very important that a budget take the spirit of enhancing capabilities, enhancing the capacity of all household businesses such that they will be, I would say, resilient to any changes in domestic or especially international conditions.